CMTV, a program where people narrate their life story, a program where my guests here come to motivate young Cameroonians to be better people. Because as a psychologist, as an applied positive psychologist, our early life experiences affect our adulthood life. That's the objective of this program, for people to narrate their early life stories and see how their future life were being shaped, for others to copy their examples, for others to model them. For mentor-mentee relationship is always very important in life. With me today is Barrister Mafany Victor Ngando of Kinsmen law firm here in Boya. A great mind. Barrister Mafany Victor Ngando, narrate to us your university life.
Well, people have always approached me. You wanted to be a lawyer from your early years? And the answer is yes. It's not by chance. I think at the level of my ordinary levels, I already got this inner drive to be an attorney. So I got admitted in the law department, the university.
Which university is that?
University of Boya.
What year was that?
2009.
2009?
Yes.
You were admitted?
Yes.
Wow.
And
law was your first choice?
Law was my first choice. Law was my second choice.
Wow. I see why you're a barrister today. Right on.
So it was also a whole chapter in my life. First, I had to stay alone for the first time. Staying alone, I mean I had to rent a house of my own.
Independent life.
Very independent life. And I have to manage the finances made available to me. I had to manage my personal academic schedules. I had to ensure I leave the university at the appropriate time. That's 3 years. I had to ensure I kept the right people for the right motivation. Some of my university classmates and even seniors ahead of me for a year, we still keep that good relationship till now. So the university life was very, very instrumental to my present development, because I had to make the best decision to move to the next chapter of my life.
Barrister Mafany Victor Ngando, can you narrate to us some of the difficult times you experienced in the University of Boya? In your time in the University of Boya, were there strikes that affected your education? Were there some peer pressure, some friends that influenced you to go to the neighborhood, hang out, go to the nightclub, come back late? Or were you just that daddy's son?
No. At the university, well, not really strike. But it's normal for every university to have an association. And at that time, I was involved in campus politics myself.
I can see.
And we had certain demands for the central administrations. Some were met and some weren't. So it was just normal, but not really strike per se. And apart from studies, it was normal for us to have the departmental parties where we socialized, even with our lecturers. I still remember one of my lecturers, Mr. Tambetiku, is now
the human rights.
Yeah, he's now the head of the human rights here in Boya, and Dr. Ikome, Dr. Samalang, Dr. Sone, Dr. Fonyam, and they played a very great role in my life.
Who are those university dons that you model at the level of the university? The lecturers that you really model them?
Well, late Professor Yanu Michael.
Why did you model him?
First, he is a great thinker. He's a great writer.
Wow.
He's of blessed memory.
May so rest in peace.
He is the founder of Shalom Law Consultancy Law Firm.
So your admiration towards being a barrister started with him?
Yes, his manner of teaching. He didn't teach you to memorize notes and reproduce it in class.
Wow, he taught you to solve problems.
Taught you to solve problems. In the university, he started giving us analytical questions. Questions from the law school, if I can put it. If you reproduce his notes the way he gives it to you in class, he's uncomfortable. In fact, his manner of questions won't even give an opportunity to reproduce. There are times he needed just to give 2 lines answers. 2 lines. 1, because a lawyer must be direct. So it really helped in shaping my reasoning, because there are times you might write 2, 3, 5 pages and you allow the lecturer to get answers within.
When you were growing, did you visualize yourself being a lawyer?
Yes.
What were some of the attractions that made you to become that you wanted to be a lawyer?
I love formal dressing. First, I love people.
And you're a very neat man, always organizing your dressing. Yes, barrister, right on. That's the truth.
I admired people who dressed formally.
What are some of the people you admire and wanted to be a lawyer?
Well, my dad is not a lawyer, but he was always on my neck to appear neat. He was the first person who bought my first suit. So, in the university, I used to admire late Professor Yano, to be honest.
Okay, let me read this message before you write on.
Yeah.
Man lives by man. Great program, Dr. Busi. Clarice writing from Moliko. Right on.
Okay, and as I've said, in the university, I had lecturers that were perfect relationship till today. But the one that modeled me was late Professor Yano. He's a lecturer and he's a lawyer. Active in both the profession of being a lawyer and a lecturer. What do I mean? You can see him in class as early as 7 o'clock and you meet him in court at 9 o'clock.
Wow.
Okay? So most times in his exams, you see very practical questions for court-going advocates, even as a student. Then first, I really got attracted in this profession, as I've said. Lawyers have mastery of the English language, and they have this great confidence in addressing people.
Who were some of these lawyers in town that you admire? Oh, I wish to be a lawyer someday. Some of these barristers around, when they speak, when they speak in court, you feel like something, you have a burning desire in you to become a lawyer.
Well, I wasn't really going to court all the time in the university, but when I had an opportunity to do my internship, I did my internship with Barrister Tangunyo Gilbert of Nzak Chambers in Moliko. We still keep a very good relationship till date. And I also had an opportunity to be supervised by Dr. Benvolio Lekumze, still a lawyer. And
what were the things that you picked from them that model you to go to the law school?
I believe the profession, you're sharp in thinking, first.
It makes you read.
Yes, and 2, it makes you research. I have more than 100 publications.
You have more than 100 publications. You?
Yes.
Online?
Yes.
What's your name online?
Mafany Victor Ngando.
We'll read that.
Great. So.
And what are your publications all about?
Publications.
They are talking on what?
Publications on family law, publications on real estate, publications on corporate practice, publications on entertainment, publication on. I'm a notary public of the Supreme Court.
Barrister, you're a model. You're an example of a young, dynamic lawyer. Look at the camera and advise young university students in Cameroon and the University of Boya who are doing law to exploit those who are able to help them and to be analytical and to be able to read, because I've observed that most contemporary students don't want to read. Advise them so that they can be dynamic and they can publish articles like you.
Well, the first thing is you need to identify your mentor.
That's good. You
must identify your mentor. You must have someone that you look up to and you admire. And if you can identify that person, you must work closely with that person. The legal profession is not a lazy profession. You must do constant research. And you must uphold very important values. You can't breach confidentiality of your client. You can't breach the ethics of the profession. You must be ready to work. Money doesn't come overnight. It takes years of resilience, consistency, and hard work. You must put this. You burn late night candles. You might lose friends. You may get yourself involved in trouble at times. because you have a goal in front of you want to hit. But despite all this, try everything possible to remain resilient and never give up.
Thank you very much. Try everything to remain resilient and never give up. Barrister, when you had your first degree, you went to the law school. True or false?
Yes.
Which law school was that?
Nigerian Law School, and I was in the Abuja campus.
Nigerian Law School. You went to the Nigerian Law School, Barrister, and who were those who mentored you to go to that school?
Well, first, before graduating from the university, I had an opportunity to discuss with my very good friend. He's also an international lawyer based now in Toronto, in Canada. That is Matthew Ovard Ignatius. He was already at the law school. And at that time, he kept on sending me messages on Facebook. I could not afford an Android phone to do WhatsApp. It's Facebook.
Who assisted you in your pay package in law school? It should be an expensive school in Nigeria.
Yes, my dad.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, and the most interesting thing about this is I never informed him about my intentions.
What were your experiences in the law school?
It was very, very difficult.
Describe to us your experiences in contextually, from the Nigerian context, the law school, and in Cameroon.
First, you have to switch to the laws, in that you have studied the laws in Cameroon all through, and you are going to another country, and you are expected to write the same exams with people who have studied law in that country for 5 years. First. Secondly, it was very capital intensive, in that you have to survive by buying everything you need for your survival every day. Food, water.
How did you survive?
I had to manage with the little I got.
Did you do odd jobs to survive?
The law school doesn't give you the opportunity to do odd jobs. Interestingly, you are in the campus, and the nature of the program is so tough and tight that even if they tell you to go out and work, you won't. They don't need to close the gate for you to stay in campus to study.
What were the experiences?
To be honest with you, there are days I eat once, but I have to read. There are days I eat once, I have to read. I have my very good friend, Barrister Edward Leonga Iwule.
You went with him there?
Yes, we're together at the same set in law school. And there are days that I survive by him calling me, let's go and eat together. I tell him this.
Man live by man.
Man live by man.
Umbutu. I am because you are.
And there are days that I also survive by lecturing other students who now call me and say, okay, take this for the time you have spent with us.
Wow. So you use your brain to survive. Madam Producer, roll us the pictures. Let's keep narrating the life of Barrister. Barrister, where were you there? Okay.
Well, this was when I returned from one of my international programs at Kigali in Rwanda.
Wow, just great. You're a great man. You are traveling. Right on. Where were you there, Barrister?
This is Boya.
Okay.
And I remember I concluded a training and
a workshop
training on I represent the International Social Service here. I'm the country representative in Cameroon.
Wow.
And we wrapped off one of our trainings.
That's great. Right on, Madame the Producer. Where were you traveling? You're always on air.
Okay, I had a corporate assignment to do at the Seychelles Island.
Wow. Where is that?
In Africa.
Okay, good. Where were you traveling? You're in Cameroon there. Which occasion was that?
Yes, I think this was a movie premiere. I've also done some publications on entertainment law.
Wow.
And I was invited in one of the movie premieres in Mountain Hotel in Boya.
You are holistic.
And that was an interview.
You are holistic. You're everywhere. Barrister, where were you there?
One of the pictures for my oath-taking ceremony as a lawyer.
Wow, just great, just excellent. Young nation builder, young people who are working for the nation for justice. Who is that? That's a senior Nigerian actor, and he did law too, right?
He's a senior Nigerian lawyer.
Wow.
That's Barrister Kenneth Okonkwo.
Barrister Kenneth Okonkwo. When I was a child, I watched his movies.
Yes, I had an opportunity to co-partner with him.
That's just great.
Federal Capital Territory in Abuja.
What did you learn from him?
He's a human rights activist.
Really?
Yes.
He sounded?
Yes.
Highly sounded.
I learned a lot from him.
That's great.
Patience.
Who is that? They say this one of our models in there. Who is that?
Okay, that's Pa Etabison Jr.
Pa Etabison, a great mind, a great barrister, a senior barrister, Etabison.
And that's Barrister Angela Steven.
Wow.
And other lawyers. And this was when I took my oath as a lawyer in the Supreme Court of Cameroon.
In the Supreme Court of Cameroon. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations.
2015.
Keep riding up for justice in this country. Where were you there? And with who?
This is my office premises. I was with Barrister Teba Marcos Sendi.
What's the name of your office and where is it located?
Kinsmen Advocates Law Firm.
Kinsmen Advocate Law Firm. Where precisely? In Boya?
Boya, yes. And that is my colleague. He paid me a courtesy visit after being elected as the secretary in the Sase Old Boys.
Wow, secretary Sase Old Boys.
Yeah.
Okay, looking neat. Who is that lady?
She's a journalist and presently she's practicing and flying a trade in Lagos.
Wow.
One of my programs at Napstar Radio in Douala.
Well, I've watched this lady, whether it's Canada, Canada.
Yes,
Oh, that's
yes,
good.
yes.
That's good.
Boudilicious, that's how we call her.
That's good. Right on. Still your friend there?
Yes, we had elections for new ESCO FACO lawyers in Limbe, and that was a picture we shared at the election venue.
Wow. Where were you there?
That's Abuja. That's the law school campus. You can see my books. That's my colleague.
Very serious.
It happens that we are partners now, and we're in the same.
That's good.
So the people you
are
keep
working in collegia.
Good. The people you keep on your way up, you need to keep them well.
Wow.
We're students, and now we are colleagues.
That's good. That's good.
That's Barrister Kima.
That's good. That's good. Those are virtues we should learn.
Well, in one of my movie premieres, and I had that picture.
You are very good in entertainment, too.
Doctor.
Right on. Okay, stay out for one of your trips.
Yes, and by the grace of God, I have a movie script.
Wow.
Playing purely the role of a lawyer, and I'm going to make that available very soon.
That's excellent. Okay, thank you very much, Madam the producer. Barrister, may you continue narrating to us. You have traveled a lot. May you narrate to us some of the countries you have traveled and what took you out?
Well, most times I go out strictly for professional reasons. And well, I can't say I've traveled a lot. There are still countries that I have in mind to visit.
But you have visited some countries. What took you out?
Yeah. Work briefly, and I am known as the transactional lawyer. There are a lot of...
Barrister, to be honest, I admire you a lot. You're a young, dynamic gentleman.
Thank you.
Barrister, look in our context. You are young, but your brain is big. You think big. What makes you different from other barristers?
First, I don't want to compare myself with anybody. I have my personal drive, and I have my personal life experiences and stories. For me, I love this profession. I always tell my friends, if I leave this world and I'm in heaven, I'll be a lawyer.
I used to see that on your status. That you, in the next world, you always like to be. What makes you love your profession, sir?
It's a very liberal profession. If you uphold on the ethics of the profession, it can take you places. Come to think of it, doctor. Which sector in life that can operate without a lawyer? In church, you need a lawyer.
Exactly.
In the manufacturing sector, you need a lawyer. In the entertainment sector, you need a lawyer. In the corporate world,
Barrister, but there's one question you haven't answered it. What makes you, Barrister Mafany Victor Ngando, different from other lawyers? What makes you an international lawyer? Is there a secrecy you don't want to tell? What makes you different? Is it your personality? Is it your outgoing? Is it your intelligence? I say that it can motivate 1 or 2 persons out there.
Hard work. I don't know how you want to start, but hard work. And you must be honest with yourself. You must be honest that the things I'm doing now won't help me. And tell yourself that I need to do these things to go somewhere. I will summarize Barrister Mafany, Victor Ngando to hard work.
And you are under a very big law firm at your age. Barrister, these are things that these young youths out there, who are in the university, they're admiring you, they're watching you, and they would like to be like you. They would like justice in their country. They would like to go to the law court, protect their clients. They would like to travel and also be in the law court, negotiate business with other people. What makes Barrister Mafany better and unique, neat, intelligent, always traveling, always in the court, always in the office on time, always negotiating business issues? What makes him different?
The truth is, you must be patient to learn the
Tell
trade.
the young Cameroonians, look at the camera, tell them.
You must be patient to learn the trade. The legal profession, you need time to gain the requisite experience. I practiced law in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, for 3 years and plus. And I told myself, within this period, I want to learn the profession. I want to know exactly the things I shouldn't do. Those things that can draw my name and credibility to be put in doubt. That's the first thing.
Integrity.
Integrity. 2, you must set your standards.
Wow.
It's not every client or every case that you have to accept as a lawyer.
Wow.
You must set your standard. It's very important. If you have received a case and in front of you, you can tell yourself that what is going on around this matter is grave injustice. You must not deceive your clients just to receive money. There are times I've told a client that...
Have you done that in your life?
I've told a client that this is a bad case. This is a bad
case. And the case can't go anywhere.
And the best defense I can raise will still make you to serve even 5 months imprisonment. So prepare your mind for that and let's go. So I saw it as victory, reducing his sentencing from like 1 year plus to 5 months.
Exactly.
I saw it as I've told my client the truth, I've prepared his mind, I've showed him the ingredients of the case, why he can't escape conviction, and I've prepared him psychologically to go and serve it. Now, imprisonment terms are not there to kill you, it's to reform you. It's to reform you. And as a lawyer, it's part of my obligation to society, to reform the society. So, every young student in your university, or even a court-going attorney, you must set your standard. You must work. You must be honest with your client.
Good.
You must know how to manage finances, because you shouldn't be the kind of person...
What are some of the bad orthodox in your career, like as a barrister? And have you ever been used?
When you say use, like...
be influenced.
For a political reason or for...
Influenced by big politicians, big administrators, because of a case. As a young, dynamic man.
The truth is, yes, personally I have.
Did you fall prey?
No. And that was because I'm so much interested with protecting the international certificate I've acquired, in protecting the legal profession, in protecting the common man. And I always tell people this. The legal profession is the only profession that you can leave your house with a bathing slippers and come back with a car, provided you are doing the right thing.
That was a second, sir.
Provided you are dedicated and you are doing the right work. People will appreciate you. I've done a job that I was paid fully. And after doing the job, the client called me and said, I have a feeling I didn't pay you well. Let me just give you extra money. And that's because the client saw the dedication in actualizing the sole objective.
Have you ever taken money for a case and they see that case is not a positive case? You hand the money back to your client?
No. and that's because in every profession you have stages before you engage into professional fees. In the legal profession, you have the briefing stage, where you discuss with the client one-on-one.
Exactly.
To ascertain and evaluate his case.
That's interesting.
And at that stage, the client can better tell himself that, all right, this is the part my case might go through. And after that briefing stage, if you have understood yourself, you now give your client the cost of the job.
Barrister Mafany Victor Ngando, what were some of the cases or some of the cases that you have won and they say, "Whoa, Barrister Mafany, I'm proud of myself. I've actualized.
Well,
I'm the true son of my father."
That's one thing the viewers might be disappointed, because in the legal profession we have a duty of confidentiality. It's so difficult for us to mention.
That's part of your deontology.
It's part of it's part of it. It's like the medical code.
But I'm asking, I want to know something.
Yes.
Have you ever seen a common man being used because he's a peasant, because he's coming from a background that is low income background, and you say you want to fight the case of this person as a young dynamic barrister?
Yes, I do that a lot, and I've put them under what I call my pro bono cases.
What's the meaning of that?
Free of charge. I do it for humanity.
And you have been doing that?
Yes. There are times I visit a central prison and I realize there are some convicts there who just need basic fines to be set free. But they have nobody
to help them.
Yes.
And you facilitated that.
I can facilitate that with my partners, with my network.
That's excellent. That's wonderful. Barrister Mafany Victor, keep narrating your professional life. I want to have a caption on certain personalities in your profession that look at a young dynamic man like you and they say, wow, there are certain things I gain from this young man. It's not all about age. It's all about deontology, intelligence, and being focused and hard work. Have you ever witnessed that?
Well,
where some professionals admire you?
Yes.
Because I know that in your field, there's what we call experience.
Yes.
And at times they'll say, "This young boy is calm down." Have you ever been modeled? Have you ever been modeled by elderly persons?
I've been approached by very senior lawyers. I want to reserve their names. And maybe when we are having
Please let me just read this message before you continue.
Okay.
Nice program, Dr. Busi. A dynamic and talented gentleman you have as a panelist today. Your program is very educative and inspirational. Keep up with the good work. Abongni from Bunduma. Thank you, Abongni from Bunduma. I'm glad you are watching from Bunduma. Thank you for appreciating our learned barrister Mafany Victor Ngando from Kinsmen, a law firm here in Boya, an international business lawyer. Can you say something to Mr. Abongni out there?
Well, I first of all want to appreciate the fact that he's watching.
Yes.
And I'm sure that he has learned quite a lot for today, and hopefully we convey this knowledge to society. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the kind words.
You're welcome. From where we ended, right on.
Yeah, so it's been normal to have professional colleagues approach you and appreciate your work, and it's also normal to get professional colleagues who don't approach you but condemn your work.
Barrister, are you grooming some young people to be like you?
Yes, we are open.
Are you coaching?
Yes.
Are you mentoring?
Yes. Presently.
Let's know.
Yes, I'm doing that, and also the university have taken cognizance of our contributions, and we now have a lot of students sent to the law firm at the level of their internship program. Some of them, I still follow up with their growth even after the internship program till date. Barrister
Mafany Victor Ngando, how can you make this your profession have the largesse you used to have?
When you say used to have,
yeah, we know we live now in a complicated contextual environment. How can you make our young star who are in the universities and the law school still have admiration for being a barrister?
They have to be brave. They don't have to switch their inner burning desire because of the challenges. There's no nation in this world, there's no profession in this world that haven't gone through challenging periods, but they have to be resilient. The whole of last week, if you're aware, lawyers nationwide were on strike.
Yeah.
And that is to tell you that we'll continue doing what we think is just and equitable to ensure that, because the lawyer is the last hope is the voice of the voiceless, the last hope of the ordinary man.
Barrister, you can't go to equity with dirty hands. There's no one that can go to equity with dirty hands. We have seen situations whereby your profession as a barrister, when you were growing up, you used to admire older barrister in the court of law. I want to know whether you as a barrister, there are situations where you have entered the law court, as you are in the law court, the judge says, I rule this case in favor of you. And then you were just angry and you left the court with anger when you saw that you yourself, the case, you couldn't win the case.
Well, the first thing you must understand is the fact that a lawyer loses a case doesn't make him a bad lawyer.
Exactly.
That is the starting point.
Yes.
And two, we are not trained to be very emotional. Where you carry, and that is why you can see a lawyer handling a case against an opponent, but both of them, they talk. Both of them, they meet themselves on the way and they discuss.
Barrister,
yes.
Be honest. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Be honest to me.
Okay.
It's your life journey. It's your life pathway, and many people want to learn from it. You want to shape life, and you're shaping life now. Have you ever lost cases in the court of law?
I've lost cases.
You lost cases?
Yes, I've lost cases.
Many cases? How did you feel?
No, the thing is, in the practice of the legal profession, you might lose a case not necessarily because you didn't do your best. There are bad cases.
You said that, yeah.
Good. Secondly, you might lose a case because you didn't do your best. Third, you might lose the case because the judge who has the final decision maybe made an error with the law. And that is why we have what they call the Court of Appeal. So I might lose a case at the trial court and I win the case at the Court of Appeal.
Barrister, there is a psychologist called Abraham Maslow. Maslow says they are the basic needs. And like food, water, the physiological needs. There are other basic needs like security needs and so on. There are higher order needs like self-esteem. Believing in yourself, believing in your potential. I want to ask you, Barrister, what are the ingredients that help you actualize to self-esteem, like Abraham Maslow said?
I believe in myself.
You're unique.
I believe in myself. That belief has made me to take wrong decisions. That's also made me to make right decisions. And I believe so much in myself that even if you question me, it takes me a long time to sit and rethink. Because my primary intention is to serve the best I can serve. So whenever I have that inner conviction to proceed, even if the road is rocky, we have done cases that I had to leave town. I've handled cases that I had to travel out. I've handled cases I've received threats. I've handled cases I've received administrative.
Did you give up?
Not at all.
Wow, braveness.
Not at all. And that is why I've made it very clear. The moment as a lawyer you are not brave.
That's why you are very smart. You're a very smart man. Intelligent, brave, smart. And do you know, Barrister, you're very diplomatic. Yes. You are very diplomatic. And that's what makes you go. Yeah. You are very diplomatic. And there's one skill in you, the social skill. You know how to relate with people. Yeah. And as a barrister, I think it's helping you. Barrister, you have won some awards. I never knew barrister won awards. When I went through your work, I discovered that you have won awards. I know that politicians won awards. I know that music entertainers won awards. Political analysts and journalists, they win awards. They have been winning awards. And barrister, I know that movie stars win awards. Politicians win awards. But I'm surprised that barristers win awards. So what are some of the awards that you won and why?
First, most of the awards are internationally recognized because so far we are still trying to see how the Cameroon Bar can set up end-of-year annual awards to recognize excellence in the legal profession. So 2020 has been a good year for the law firm. We won the most recommended law firm 2020. And
Barrister, before you, our time is 1 hour is just getting finished very soon. Please let me read this message before our viewer gets angry. Okay. Good afternoon, over there in the studio. This is coming from Mafany in Koke. Where my question goes like this. My question goes like this. As a student in law, how can Barrister Mafany educate young legal students of becoming an international lawyer in Cameroon? My question, I would like the barrister to distinguish among these two lawyers who is an efficient lawyer who knows procedure and a lawyer who knows the law per se. Thank you. From Koke. Answer that question.
You wanted me to distinguish?
Yes.
The lawyer
who is proficient. Good afternoon over there in the studio. This is coming from Mafany in Koke.
It's my namesake.
Where my question goes like this: as a student in law, how can barrister educate young legal students of becoming an international lawyer? How can you educate young dynamic students to become an international lawyer? That is the first one. Take the first one first.
So you don't forget.
Exactly.
The first, international lawyer is simply practicing your trade, not just within your national territory, but out of the country. First, you must have great network. Two, you must...
Networking?
Yes. Two, you must also have great branding and marketing.
Branding and marketing.
It's very important. And you must seize an opportunity to partake in international conferences.
They are getting you.
When you get there, you network with other lawyers from other jurisdictions. And when you network, you are referred cases from other jurisdictions. You can be hired to appear in other jurisdictions. So you start building your network from there. And you must be very honest. You must not be scared whenever money is involved. Some people, when they give the money, you can't see them anymore. They lose track. You can't understand.
Trust.
You must have that composure. Clients should trust you with money. Because the moment you spend a penny that doesn't belong to you, your name can be dragged to the mud.
That's good.
The second...
networking is very important. Trust, honesty is very important. Our viewer, our young student doing law, I hope you have gotten Barrister Mafany.
They must brand.
Victor. You must brand yourself. You must make a brand of yourself. And you can see that he's very unique, neat, intelligent, smart. So he's branding himself and he's networking with other international lawyers in Nigeria, in Kenya, in Ghana, and he has been traveling to all those countries as you saw in the program. The second question. My second question I would like the barrister to distinguish which among these two lawyers who is an efficient lawyer who knows the procedure and a lawyer who knows the law per se. So who is a lawyer that knows the procedure of a lawyer and who is a lawyer that understands the law per se?
It's not very clear, but let me try and make and make sense of it.
Some grammatical errors, but let's encourage him.
Yeah, I think he wants to understand because one of the cardinal principles of a great lawyer is you must have mastery of procedure.
Exactly. If
you commence an action using the wrong procedure, the action can be defeated by a smart lawyer through what they call preliminary objections. For such action should be struck off. So mastery of procedure is very important. Mastery of evidence is very important.
Mastery of evidence.
Because evidence law is a bedrock, is a success. You can't win a case without understanding evidence law.
Facts.
Good. Then mastering the procedure. How do I commence this action? Is it through a writ of summons? Is it through a petition?
Does that mastery, does that go with investigative, doing investigative lawyer work? You have to investigate, to get facts.
Yeah, you must have a proper briefing with your client to be exposed to the right facts. You must get the right witnesses. That's why you must master evidence and procedure.
We are running out of time. Our viewers, they're sending messages here, but we are running out of time. Barrister, you got some nominations as a barrister. Just name the nominations you have been nominated.
Well, I've been nominated as shortlisted for the best law firm in Cameroon. We have been shortlisted for Best Corporate Law Firm in Cameroon 2020, Best Corporate Law Firm Central Africa 2020, excellent. Client Service Law Firm in Cameroon 2020. We have also been shortlisted as a Best Commercial Law Firm in Central Africa in 2020.
What were the indices or the indicators that made that the international lawyers out there selected your law firm here in Busi?
First, your networking. You must show that you can practice beyond borders. And two, your feedbacks and reviews from clients that you represent. Three, your participation in international affairs and your membership in international bodies.
Excellent. Congratulations, Barrister Mafany Victor Ngando. You are a great gentleman, very dynamic, very intelligent, very smart, and I think that the Cameroon government needs you a lot in nation building. The Cameroonian people need you a lot. The Busi citizens here need you a lot. The Cameroon Bar Association needs you a lot to pilot the affairs of justice in this country internationally to stand for the right of the common man, because the common man is in pain psychologically and psychosocially. Barrister Mafany Victor Ngando, let's round up with your social life. Are you married?
Single.
Single?
Yes, I'm not
intelligent, vibrant lawyer. Are you single? Are you searching?
No.
You already have?
Yes.
Engaged?
No.
Not engaged?
Yes.
But there's someone tight?
Yes.
Wow. So the girls out there should wash out. Oh, Barrister Mafany Victor, what are your hobbies?
Well, I love football, I love research, and
You love entertainment?
Entertainment.
I know that. Look at the camera, advise young Cameroonians who are doing law. Advise them so that they can be like you, and even why not more than you?
It's always my dream that
advice.
Young Cameroonians should be more than me. I'm still working every day. That's the truth about it. I've not gotten to that point that I can tell myself I want to relax. So you must work every day. And you must identify your mentors. You must be patient to learn the skills and to understand the ethics of the profession. And in case you need any legal guidance, you can always reach to doctor. I think he will know how to reach me.
Thank you very much, Barrister Mafany Victor Ngando, a well-celebrated international business lawyer in Kinsmen law firm here in Busi. A neat, clean, intelligent, smart gentleman. An intelligent man that has passion for his profession. A man of his caliber at his age is moving internationally and negotiating law issues in other countries. He's a square peg in a square hole. Whenever you have a case, don't hesitate to go to Kinsmen law firm here in Busi, because he will solve your problem. He's a man that stands for justice. He's a human rights activist. He's a great man. And he's a politician. He's not a politician, but when I say politician, I mean everybody's a political being. But I think that he has a political mindset because he's a political analyst too, because he has always been analyzing state issues here in other TV houses to shape the lives of Cameroonians so that peace can retain. That's why I brought him into the political realm. But he is not a politician. He's apolitical. He's a great mind. It was nice having you, Barrister Mafany Victor Ngando.
Thank you so much, Doctor. And
I would like to see you again.
Of course.
Have a nice day, sir.
I'll try to be again.
That's the end of our program for today. See you next time. Bye-bye. The host was Dr. Busi Ernest, applied positive psychologist in the University of Busi. Your humble host. Thank you, my guest.